welcome back. If you've just joined us, you're watching the news at 10 on Channels Television live from Lagos. A reminder of our top stories. Explosion rocks Bauchi, 11 people confirmed dead, over 20 injured. Bring Back Our Girls campaign comes alive in Lagos as groups march and pray for the rescue of the Chibok girls. South delegates to the national conference insist on total control of the Niger Delta oil resource. And Iraq's army claims victory over Sunni militants in a major offensive on the northern city of Tikrit. Insurgents say it's false. Now, all our top stories can be found on our website, ChannelsTv.com, and on YouTube.com/channelsweb. Visit m.channelstv.com to view us live on your mobile device. You can also download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS, and Windows phones from their respective stores. Or you can also interact with the Channels Eyewitness feature on our Android, iOS, and Windows 8 platforms. Now, if you have pictures or videos to share with us, tap the application on your device, swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu, and follow the instructions. Now, here are some pictures sent in by Eyewitness reporters. It appears the rainy season is already wreaking havoc in communities. Our Eyewitness reporter from Oyo State sent in this picture showing how floodwaters have taken over the Kute area of Alawakala Road in Ibadan. While still on rains, this next picture shows a car floating after a heavy downpour on Adebisi Close in the Surulere area of Lagos. And finally, from Mr. Biggs Road in Opolo, Yenagua, our Eyewitness reporter says the rains have cut off a section of the road, making this impassable for motorists. We'd like to thank you so very much for sending us those pictures. Please keep them coming. Well, the president has urged Nigerians not to succumb to fear, but remain prayerful for the greater peace and security of the country. In his message to Muslims in Nigeria on the occasion of the start of their month-long fast in the 9th month of the Muslim calendar, known as Ramadan, President Goodluck Jonathan said the federal government continues to work to curb insurgency and other criminal acts which have caused insecurity in parts of the country. While wishing the Muslim community a rewarding and spiritually gratifying Ramadan fast, the president gave the assurance that the country will ultimately overcome the evil agents of sectionalism, sectarianism, and international terrorism seeking to disintegrate the nation. Now, the issue of oil derivation has once again come to the fore, as some Niger Delta delegates to the national conference are challenging what they describe as a deliberate attempt to milk the region of its resources. At an event in Port Harcourt, the delegates under the aegis of the Niger Delta Self-Determination Movement insist that the people of the region must have 100% control of their resources.
Their faces look determined. These people of the Niger Delta extraction and their representatives at the national conference say it's 100% resource control or nothing. In their words, their region is the worst hit as far as not benefiting from the Nigerian arrangement is concerned.
If we remember, the last conference actually gave the Niger Delta oil-producing states, they gave 18% as derivation. And you must ask yourself, how is it that we're still receiving 13% if that conference had agreed on 18%? It's you that will make what we have agreed at conference to happen.
Outside the hall, placard-carrying youths echo the voices of their leaders. They say, enough is enough.
We insist on 100% ownership rights of our lands and resources, which is embedded on regional autonomy or nothing. And this is in response to the Northern document, which states that the North is the strength and backbone of Nigeria. And on that note, we had to do a reply and a refutal to the effect that the Niger Delta remains the economic life of Nigeria.
No doubt, the delegates will be returning to the conference to demand a change in the situation.
Now, an effective criminal justice system in Nigeria is fundamental to the maintenance of law and order, which should revolve around the police, courts, and prison service. This is the submission of the Kogi State Commissioner of Police, Saidu Madawaki, at the forum jointly organized by the police and the Nigerian Bar Association in Lokoja, the state capital.
This gathering in the conference hall of the Kogi State Police Command had in attendance various key players in the administration of criminal justice in the state. They are meeting to chart a new course with a theme: the role of the police and other security agencies in the administration of criminal justice in Nigeria.
Criminal justice administration is central to ensure peace, stability, as well as security of life and the property of its citizenry. Law enforcement agencies are set up by law to maintain internal security of the state. In Nigeria, such agencies are the Nigerian Police Force, Nigerian Prison Service, Nigerian Immigration Service, Nigerian Customs Service, National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, Federal Road Safety Corps, Economic and Financial Crime Commission, Nigeria, Nigerian Security and the Civil Defense Corps, etc.
The guest speaker at the occasion, Jubril Okutekba, a senior advocate of Nigeria, examined the synergy between the various security agencies and the roles in the criminal justice of the country.
It is not the uniform determined police force, it's the role they perform as set out in Section 4 of the Police Act that determines who is the police. Therefore, civil defense, SSS, all of these people arresting and detaining and investigating crime are all performing the role of the police.
Some guests at the event also made a case for the police force, calling on the government to provide the necessary support for them to function effectively.
Where a police has no money and you want him to go and investigate at a place over 3 hours to the state headquarters, where will he get the money? And you are saying he must not be corrupt. Why will he not be corrupt when he has not got the money to travel there? I am a supporter that there should be a new arrangement whereby the police from top to low level should be taken care of adequately.
At these very challenging times in the nation, funding all the security agencies is imperative so as to enable them function effectively, especially in combating insurgency.
Now, child abuse remains a major problem in most Nigerian societies, in spite of concerted efforts by governments, organizations, and well-meaning individuals to ensure a reliable future for these leaders of tomorrow. This next report highlights the plight of 2 children who suffered burns in controversial circumstances in Uyo, the Akwa Ibom state capital. The police say it's the outcome of an allegation of child witchcraft, while the children describe themselves as street kids who had nowhere to go but to look for shelter in an uncompleted building in the outskirts of Uyo.
Eight-year-old Namanso Ededbasi in a hospital bed. Her burns are severe. So much we had to blur this picture. According to her, her parents are no longer together, so she sleeps in an uncompleted building. Another victim is Kufre Effiong. The 9-year-old boy also calls the street home. He and Namanso were burnt in a fire set on an uncompleted building. They are lucky to tell their tale as they were rescued by a sister from a Catholic convent in Anwa, located in the outskirts of Uyo, the Akwa Ibom state capital. The convent has made a formal report to the police.
I saw a group of children gathered in our gate. So I went in to check to see what happened, because they were all school children, the primary school children. There I discovered there was a child inside the gutter. I called the child to come out, he could not come out. So we pulled him out. When we pulled him out, we discovered that he has burns from his buttocks down to the toe. I took him to St. Luke's Hospital and there I was asked to get a police report before the child would be treated.
The police authorities are optimistic their investigations will yield fruits.
Actually, a report was made to the police at B Division in Wethausen that children were branded as witches and consequently abandoned. And as expected of a reverend sister, she went ahead and picked them up. I understand whether they poured them, whether hot water or they were burnt. The names the children mentioned, they had to go to the village. The village head was looked for, brought to the station. He denied the fact that he does not know the suspects. We are still looking forward to seeing those who treated those children in that manner.
While the child rights law in Akwa Ibom State makes child abuse a punishable offense, it is necessary that those behind this heinous crime be brought to book as a deterrent to others.
Well, as part of efforts to contribute to the development of the Nigerian society, from Macedo, Nigeria, makers of cowbell have organized the 14th edition of its National Secondary School Mathematics Competition. 13-year-old Akintokun Adegboyega of Ota Total Academy, Ogun State, emerged winner in the Senior Secondary School category. The managing director from Macedo, Nigeria Limited, Oliver Therry, said the event is a reaffirmation of the company's support for youth development.
From the State House, of course.
The finals of the 14th edition of the Cowbell National Secondary School Mathematics Competition brings 20 finalists from both junior and secondary school categories to Uyo, the Akwa Ibom State capital.
Yes, I said it. I just let
They have emerged from an initial 216 who scaled the first hurdle of the competition, and it's time to get a reward for mathematical excellence.
one more time. A round of applause for this lovely lady. Celebrate.
For the junior secondary school level, 13-year-old Miss Adeshina Deborah of Graceland International School for Tarkot came first. She was also given a cash prize of 250,000 naira, a gold trophy, laptop, a medal, a plaque, as well as an all-expense-paid vacation.
I cannot thank Cowbell for giving us the opportunity to show my ability in maths.
In the senior secondary school level, 13-year-old Master Akintokun Adegboyega of Ota Total Academy, Ogun State, who emerged winner, received 300,000 naira cash award with all the benefits.
I practice many questions each day. Each topic that you don't understand, you go back and read the basics. When you know the basics, the other ones will not be difficult to encounter other challenges.
For the management of Macedo makers of cowbell, this initiative is meant to aid the development of students in science and mathematics.
As a business that is into quality nutrition and therefore nourishment of the health and well-being of our community, we are very proud equally to be nourishing the dreams of our future leaders.
This initiative also received applause from the Ministry of Education.
Let me at this point salute the 20 students, winners of this competition, and their teachers for their outstanding performances. I urge you not to rest on your laurels.
The objective of the competition is to awaken the consciousness and interest in mathematics among secondary school students in Nigeria.
Well, still ahead on the News at 10, we examine the controversy over the CBN's policy raising the capital base of Bureau de Change to 35 million naira. That's some business news. Join us again.